We need another routine now, just to deal another card. So let me see, I'm just going to put it above the game loop. I'm trying to keep the game loop, the player loop and the dealer loop all together. So I'm going to put things just above them. So def, deal, another card. Now, I need to think about the parameters that I'm going to be passing. So deal another card, what I need are the cards, the remaining pack of cards. And what I want to return from this, so if you think this is just a routine to deal a card off a pack, I'm not bothered who's asking for it or where it comes from. But what will be returned is going to be a list. I'm going to have two things. I can't return two things individually. I've got to send back a list. I'm going to send back the card that's been dealt with and then the remaining pack of cards. Oops, square bracket. So that is this sort of routine that I require. I've just got to figure out how I'm going to do that, and it's just a simple line of code. When I say simple, it's difficult, but simple in the fact that we haven't got lots of lines of code to write. So the card is going to be equal to the top card on the pack, which is just the pack cards dot pop the first item. So when I pop the first item off the card, off the deck, that's the value that will be given to cards. If you remember way back in the early videos how we did this, and then the cards is going to be reduced by 1, and then I'm going to return it to the calling program. Now I've got a small problem in my program in the fact that if I called that routine, so let's call this one delt. So delt is going to be a list of 2 items, and that's going to be equal to deal another card. And if you remember, we've got to match the parameters, and I need cards in there. And the issue that I have is that player loop does not know, I have not set or said what card will be, and really that needs to be passed in to the function, and we've got to go all the way back to where we called it here, and I've got to send cards in to the player loop and check that the game loop has cards. So cards is being sent into game loop, and then it's being sent into player loop, and then it's being sent into deal another card, and then it's being popped from, so it's being reduced, and then it's being returned, and delt now holds the different, well, if I was to check cards versus the version I've got with delt, there would be one shorter. So that's passing the parameters. Now I'm going to need a few more parameters to be passed here from the game loop, but mainly only on the player side. So we'll look at that next.